This news program is proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Now Biscuits.
Women must have a say in decision making. Investigations on financial glitch question. And PNGCS collaborates with Yangoru South Sia District. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Malinta Yopolo. Thank you for joining us. Papua New Guinea Institute of Banking and Business Management Chief Executive Officer Susil Nelson Kongoi said women are underrepresented in leadership and decision-making in the formal economic systems.
Differences of ideas.
Chief Executive Officer Susil Nelson Kongoi said there are systematic barriers in employment, business opportunities, leadership roles in the public and private sectors, and participation in peace and security processes for women in the country. Noting this, she said women hold families and communities together.
Women's leadership is really a catalyst for inclusive growth. Across the world and here at home in PNG, we see a consistent truth. Where women lead, everyone benefits.
She said developments will always be partial and fragile when women are excluded in decision-making. She suggested for the government, private sectors and educational institutions to do the following.
Government must invest in gender budgeting, affirmative action and political quotas when we need to have them. The private sector must build leadership pipelines for women, create safe working spaces, and mentor the next generation. Educational institutions like the one I run, IBBM, and universities must integrate greater awareness into business leadership and civic training.
The Chief Executive Officer also said that laws must be strengthened to protect women's rights.
And we must continue to champion safe, gender-responsive policies from the highest level of decision-making in the boardrooms and the parliament right into our villages and homes. We have to fund leadership training and political participation for women.
Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
Kumul Consolidated Holdings Limited Managing Director David Kavanamur said KCHL is setting the target of reaching 30% of women leadership in state enterprises boards and executive leadership roles by the end of the year.
Managing Director Professor David Kavanamur said the representation of women in leadership and decision-making roles are the core pillar of state enterprises reforms agenda. Professor Kavanamur said 21% of all state enterprises board directors are women, which is a 2% increase from 2021. He said KCHL is fostering a safe and enabling environment for women as they improve decision-making, innovation, productivity, and encourages more balanced risk management.
This includes workplace policies that support flexibility because of the dual roles that you play, that you have to work and then go back home as well. So safety, mentorship, and career advancement. We've actively strengthening these policies through collaboration with partners and peer learning with other institutions.
He added that KCHL is committed to support women who aspire to become leaders. Asian Development Bank revealed that the Pacific Island Forum countries, excluding Australia and New Zealand, only about 8% of parliamentarians are women as of March, way below the global average of 27.2%. Mr. Zaidan Sia said there are only 3 women in parliament of the 118 seats in PNG, adding that the representation at subnational levels is also low. However, he said that between 2021 and 2024, women in state enterprises boards have increased from 6% to 18%, which signals a positive change after 3 years of being stagnant. Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
The governor for Southern Highlands Province questioned the Department of Treasury on the investigations of the financial glitches that have occurred in relevant state entities and agencies. Posing a series of important questions on the financial glitches, Governor Poe said the country needs to know if the Department of Treasury, being the most appropriate government agency, conducted investigations on these financial glitches on the Internal Revenue Commission and the Bank of South Pacific.
We need to know whether the government has conducted some investigations and the causes of this. And our people need to know this. Finally, Mr. Speaker, is the government prepared for another lot of glitches as and when it strikes again?
The Minister for Treasury said he has received reports from the agencies he has direct oversight on.
According to the IRC, this was a ransomware attack on its virtual service. Rogue persons introduced malicious software that locked their service and prevented IRC from accessing their emails and various other software. We haven't. We at the Department of Treasury are of the opinion that the IRC and even the Bank of South Pacific, for that matter, have the appropriate capacity, possibly more than ourselves, to deal with these matters.
He said the Department of Treasury is on standby to assist these agencies to upgrade their softwares to address financial glitches. Electoral Commissioner Simon Sinai says PNG for the first time will take part in 2 different methods of voting in the 2025 LLG elections that is currently in progress.
The changes are said to come about as a result of some provinces and their provincial assemblies choosing to have the people directly vote for the local level government presidents, while others chose to remain with the old system where ward councillors elect the local level government presidents. Sinai said this will be the first time PNG Electoral Commission is undertaking 2 methods of voting in the local level government elections, adding that such is necessary to maintain enough time to deliver the elections. However, he has also noted that more work is involved for the system where people directly vote for the LLG presidents. Under the Limited Preferential Voting or LPV system, where counting will take extra time to complete. Sinai said provinces in the Highlands region, including Morobe province, will use the old system, while the 14 coastal provinces will vote for their local level government presidents directly, noting that more training and awareness is needed for this.
Member for Goilala, Kashmiro Aya, asked a question without notice to Prime Minister James Marape today in Parliament regarding the safety of citizens in the nation's capital. This follows a recent ethnic clash between the Goilalas and Angans at Waigani that caused several lives and property destructions.
Kashmiro Aya said these people have been marginalized and mistreated, and he asked the Prime Minister to publicly declare the safety of Goilalas residing in Port Moresby. He asked several questions which were directed to Prime Minister. However, by implication, the local MP challenged the Minister for Police and the Police Commissioner, noting that the incident that occurred in the area of operation of the Waigani Police could have been controlled or avoided.
Do we have a guarantee that there will be proper investigation and those that are perpetrators and responsible will be accounted or will be responsible and brought to justice?
PM Marape gave assurance that police are investigating the incident and arrest, if not made yet, will be made at the very earliest. Mr. Marape told the Parliament that every crime is registered, even if it takes delayed response time. Police, as part of their duty, must and will attend to all matters.
The fall that happened right in the face of Wagani police station is not good, and Police Commissioner has been instructed to get to the bottom of this one and make arrest at the very earliest.
Meanwhile, Goilala MP highlighted that many incidents have happened around the country and in Port Moresby, and that qualifies a change in leadership for the RPNGC.
Under the commissioner right now, we have seen a lot of deaths. Our people cannot be protected by law anymore. These are voiceless people, especially Goilala people. They are voiceless people.
In response, Prime Minister James Marape said, like other heads of organizations, the police commissioner is under scrutiny. He said with the recurrence of law and order issues that put him under spotlight, he has done his job.
The police minister could present a report to us. Equivalently, he has dealt with more arrests, including arrest of police officers under his watch than all the other commissioners put together. And so I stand in no way to defend him.
Louis Maingo, National EMTV News.
Following an increase in foreign investors participating in reserved business activities for Papua New Guineans, the Permanent Parliamentary Committee on Citizenship Matters will conduct an inquiry involving stakeholders to gather their inputs.
This inquiry will be focused on alluvial mining, which involves extracting gold from riverbeds and alluvial deposits in PNG. Committee Chairman Ricky Morris made this statement during the swearing-in ceremony of Chief Migration Officer Wellington Navasivu on the Advisory Committee and other members of the committee at Parliament House recently. Chairman Morris said the inquiry will look into selected alluvial mining activities and small-scale artisanal mining operations in the country. He said certain business activities, including alluvial mining, are reserved for PNG citizens to promote local participation and economic empowerment. He highlighted that alluvial mining is a significant livelihood activity for local miners, and any foreign investor found operating in this domain may face legal consequences. The details of the proposed inquiry will be announced at a later date. Meanwhile, the government has established a reserved activity list effective from January 3, 2022 of about 39 activities reserved. Amanda Ilaitia, National EMTV News.
In Parliament today, the member for Ejivitari has raised a legacy issue in the Northern Province on the public beheading of 20 men from Oro Province by Australian colonizers before PNG gained its independence.
David Arore brought this allegation to the attention of Prime Minister James Marape on the floor of Parliament.
About 20 Orokawa men were beheaded, hanged publicly at Higaturu government station. And when we received independence, that was an investigation into that never occurred. We forgot about it completely.
Arore questioned Prime Minister of the incident and appealed for an investigation into this matter.
And if it is true, is there a way this government, with the Australian government, can sit down and talk, do an investigation into this particular matter and put it to rest if it means compensating the families of those people that were publicly hanged at the time, so that it can rest our legacy issues.
In response, PM Marape stated this.
Nothing is surfaced through our government level for us to interface with Canberra. We do have annual ministerial dialogues and annual leadership dialogue with our counterparts in Australia. I want to ask the good leader representing his people to put in writing issues that he's raised, and we could appropriately deal with it and report back to this parliament and to himself at an appropriate time. Thank you, Mr.
Louis Maingo, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Chicken kebab saja ya? Yeah.
This different.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you,
Yum.
stir fry for you, and chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
Are you tired of standing in those long lines to get your jackpot tickets? Guess what? You never have to with Telecom USSD jackpot ticket purchase. Simply dial *321#, follow the prompts, and you are set for your jackpot draw. It's as easy as 3, 2, 1. Japan-PNG, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennell, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Join me on House and Home for all your home and lifestyle improvements.
It's not rocket science. And many of these things too, I didn't go to school, I teach myself.
From Hatok Mom, health and fitness, interest stories, gardening tips, out and about, pet care, and many more. Join me every Tuesday, 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, EMTV.
I know that every man, woman, and child of our new nation shares this moment of pride and happiness.
EMTV proudly wishes Papua New Guinea a happy 50th anniversary.
You're watching National EMTV News. Minister for International Trade and Investment Richard Maru says there is a need for direct flights and visa on arrival policy for Papua New Guinea and Japan. Minister Maru said this after attending the Osaka World Expo in Japan last month.
Papua New Guinea's participation in the Osaka World Expo 2025 is to showcase its cultural diversity, attract investment in key sectors, and promote tourism and trade. This includes engaging with Japanese businesses and highlighting investment opportunities in areas like technology, energy, agriculture, and fisheries. Minister Maru said PNG has a significant trade surplus with Japan, as Japan imports more from PNG than it exports to PNG. He said there is need to recommence direct flights from Port Moresby to Tokyo and introduce visa on arrival to further boost the relationship between the two nations.
One of the world's most friendliest country, we should be given the visa on arrival, and vice versa. We should get visa on arrival when we go to Japan, and it should be the other way. And I can't wait to see a direct flight from Papua New Guinea to Japan. This flight can be funded if we were able to export sashimi tuna to Japan. I keep saying that. We have a lot of sashimi tuna here. Philippines has flights every day to Japan with sashimi. Indonesia has flights every day. And we have more tuna than both these countries. So we should have flights every day too.
The minister said Prime Minister James Marape will visit Osaka again on July 21, where he will meet with private sectors and investors in Japan. Maru said there is more engagement expected in the space of trade and commerce.
To show to the Japanese government and the Japanese people that PNG takes our relationship with Japan very seriously. We are here to promote PNG. We are here to tell Japan we are a very strong partner. We've been bilateral friends with Japan for over 50 years. As we celebrate our 50th anniversary, we want to now negotiate a comprehensive economic partnership agreement with Japan, so it will encourage our trade investment in the future.
The expo also aims to establish new trade connections and increase market access for PNG products, particularly in Japan and Asia. Pakatambua, National EMTV News.
The new mobile squad barracks in Yangoru, East Sepik Province, is nearing completion and is expected to have significant impact in curbing law and order issues in the district. Despite delays in the final stages of the construction, Open member Richard Maru has confirmed that it will be ready for use in August.
The new barracks is expected to accommodate 45 police personnel when fully operational. This includes both male and female officers. Mr. Maru said the bulk of the construction has been done and mobile squad unit will be based in the district.
I think the contractor, they are now focusing on completing the main office. It looks like it's more than half complete and they're working towards completion. The district has been asked to assist with some gravel, and we are looking forward to the completion of the office and the internal roadwork and drainage, and that should be it. I was happy that power is now in the barracks. We will now issue a contract to get the power lines to be connected from the main distribution line to each of the houses. It's still our plan that the district will support the contractor to make sure that the barracks is ready for opening this year.
Mr. Maru said law and order in East Sepik has been a concern. He said having a mobile squad unit based in the district is good.
Be buying a new police car for the Nagam police station and completing the 2 staff houses, and we would like to see the police station open as soon as possible. We have law and order issues.
Pakatambua, National EMTV News.
Papua New Guinea Correctional Services are collaborating with the Yangoru Sausia District Development Authority on a proposed rural mini prison that will be built in the West Yangoru area.
Local member Richard Maru and a superintendent of the CIS were in the district recently to see the location of the proposed project. The prison is planned to be built at Nindipole village in the West Yangoru local level government. While at the site, Superintendent Anton Ba and his team did preliminary check of the land. Mr. Ba said the site was suitable given the surrounding mountains that can provide a degree of natural security for a prison camp.
Tingling close la lon sa sekta mo me. Ating CS Correction Services. Nang kaman disla tinting long sedema sa rural lockup. Also so mi bla sila team lo CSR office mi blakam looking sila site mi look some plenty all groundworks and local MP working finish. That's the most ideal location to set up a prison facility.
Local member Richard Maru said he invited the correctional services officers to scope a suitable location. Mr. Maru said since the CIS have shown their support on the concept, they will proceed with the basic groundwork such as road construction that will provide access to the site.
What we were waiting for was for you to say, look now to guess they like the location, which they've now done. So we can move ahead. We will issue CO staff. We will give contract next week. Now we'll start work first on the road. Road and up, I'm working come down up. Grablim na, I'm straight in road na. All must come because you've been working mainly a survey finish. All by using GPS now, just go na reaffirm all boundaries.
Village leader and landowner Henry Kiffan supports the initiative.
National government service plong road saya reach mibla. Government paim ground plong mibla na walk long roll up mas kama police in and out na law and order in control.
The CS officers and Mr. Maru did a brief awareness with the local community to conclude the occasion. Pakatambua, National EMTV News.
Deputy Prime Minister John Rosso acknowledged the 25 female police recruits that passed out yesterday at the National Center of Excellence in Bomana.
The Deputy Prime Minister highlighted the growing participation of women in the police force.
Today, 226 recruits graduate, 25 of whom are female, and 201 are male. This growing participation by women in our police force, and not only our police force, but in our various security agencies, the defense, the CIS.
Mr. Rosso embraced this as a sign of progress for all women in Papua New Guinea.
Is a powerful sign of progress for our women in Papua New Guinea. It is a sign of a woman participating in all aspects of our society. Even more importantly, you represent every province across Papua New Guinea.
He relayed a strong message of unity and pride across to the 226 recruits on the importance of the flag they carry, regardless of the different provinces they come from. He reiterated on how far PNG has come, noting the important contributions of leading the people and being at the forefront of the government in various encounters.
National character built on our unity in diversity. When you are out there in the field, you serve under one flag. Always be proud of that flag. Look and talk, Miblo Morobe, Miblo Sipik, Miblo Pangea, or Miblo Wabek. You must all get a time talk Miblo Papua New Guinea. Serve one flag.
Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
The newly passed out probation constables will bring a boost to the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary by extending police footprints in rural communities where security is mostly needed.
During the pass-out parade yesterday, Commissioner of Police David Manning confirmed all the newly recruits will be engaged across all centers in the country.
By virtue of powers conferred upon me by Section 43, subsection 1, 2, 3, and 5 of the Police Act of 1998, and all powers enabling me, hereby appoint the 226 successful trainee recruits of Intake 2 of 2023 as probationary constables in the regular constabulary branch of the police force, effective as of the date of this instrument, dated the 2nd of June 2025. Congratulations.
Deputy Prime Minister John Rosso said the initiative by the RPNGC to recruit reservists is truly commendable. Rosso said the initiative is supporting manpower on the ground to maintain the presence of blue uniform.
We need, because 26,000 is a lot of people. I'd like to commend the police commissioner and his staff and the minister on the reservist recruitment program that continues to grow in every province, supplementing manpower and boots on the ground for our provinces that do not see the presence of the blue uniform.
He further urged every policeman and woman to carry out their responsibility with due diligence.
Once you have a good police force, it is not just that. From the point of arrest, to the point of investigations, to the point of prosecutions, and to the point of conviction. To the point of conviction, it requires a good judiciary. Our government has put efforts into assisting our judiciary, which has greatly improved our judiciary. I commend our judiciary for their big, significant role in Papua New Guinea.
Rosso explained that they contribute towards building and establishing a strong judiciary and they must take their role seriously. Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
Rural Airstrip Agency Operations Team conducted maintenance runs on a number of rural airstrips in Enga Province recently. This is part of the partnership between the Enga Provincial Government and the Rural Airstrip Agency of PNG to ensure safety in 18 rural airstrips in the province.
The team visited Yankees airstrip along the Enga and Isipik provincial border in Kopiam Ambom district and the Hewa and Yafki airstrips in remote Payela Hewa local level government of Pogera Payela district. RAA operations team visited these airstrips with fuel drums, lawnmower consumables, and other specific requests made by the respective airstrip maintenance officers. Last week, the team visited Pirulama in the Pogera Payela district and Yambaitok airstrip in Kopiam Ambom district along the Isipik provincial border near Yangoru. RAA's engineer Michael Massa highlighted that the maintenance program is vital for the ongoing upkeep and safety of operational rural airstrips. He mentioned that as part of the maintenance program, RAA trains a local to be responsible to maintain the airstrip. As RAA replaces all cone markers and windsocks, provides an industrial lawnmower to keep the grass trimmed, and offers general support throughout the year. He added that during these maintenance runs, a surveyor or engineer on board also carries out inspections of the airstrips visited, while the mechanic checks the lawnmower for repairs. Natasha Ovoy, National, EMTV News.
Member for Kokopo Open, Aramanto Binding Jr. raised concerns on the funds for the extension of Tokua Airport during question without notice in Parliament today. The member for Kokopo said East New Britain is a declared tourism hub in the country. However, cancellation of flights is affecting the province and the rest of New Guinea Islands region.
My question is to the good minister. When is the funds going to be released for the extension of Tokua Airport so that we can land the 737, and in order for that, as a tourism hub, we can receive direct flights from Karita, from Japan or China or any other countries throughout the world.
The Minister for Civil Aviation in response said a survey on the airport will be carried out before the funds will be released.
Long area belong Tokua, I think survey work and close to by one time, so survey work and by start I think next week or finish for next week or kind of thing. So hopefully by Mibla final Chaka is ready long. At least by helping you me Sambla only time loss sourcing loan only like him by 737 can at least run the Planty Airport now. Survey work finish and by one Mibla by looking exact cost now. Try and asking Chika or sourcing some money internally long fixing this plan. Flight cancellations. I'm sorry, we no got control of this plan.
YNC Limited has officially opened its new fuel station in the center of Popondetta town today, aiming to supply fuel to the broader Oro province.
Marking a major step in expanding essential services to the region. The station will operate from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily, offering diesel, petrol and Zoom to customers. Service station manager Kevin Chen said the company saw a need for fuel services in the province and decided to work in partnership with Islands Petroleum to invest in this new facility. The station was officially opened by the Oro Provincial Administrator, Trevor Magay.
We are now formally officially opening the new service station in town. This signifies one of the efforts of the government because we are now, as a province, we are now elevating the status of Popodata town to be the entire city in the country.
The new fuel station has already created employment opportunities, particularly for local youths who were previously unemployed. Natasha of Voi National, MTV News.
Now we take a look at the Nest Fund market reports. The Kina closed lower at 0.2437 US dollars in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your Kina was buying 0.2362 US dollars, 0.3612 Australian dollars, 0.1985 euro, and 33.30 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold is trading higher, coffee closed higher, cocoa closed lower, copper closed unchanged, palm oil closed unchanged, crude oil is trading higher, and copper closed unchanged. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, the ASX 200 is trading higher, and the All Ordinaries is trading higher. National MTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Goodpilla mobile data plans. From only 3 Kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 Kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Goodpilla data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
The IPI Group is PNG's most innovative, dynamic, and diverse logistics company, totally focused on delivering outstanding service. Our diversified divisions span from major warehousing, bulk fuel and road transport, to large-scale commercial catering. The IPI Group of companies will be your partner, supplying tailor-made logistics solutions.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennell, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
I'm Martha, and each week on Kai Time, we'll introduce you to local food businesses showcasing their delicious dishes. Plus, you will discover how to make tasty and affordable meals using ingredients from your local markets. Tune in to Kai Time every Wednesday at 7 p.m. right here on your number one to watch, MTV.
You're watching National MTV News. In preparation for the LLG election polling period, the Yalibu Urban Local Level Government and Town Authority have implemented the Operation Cleanim Yalibu initiative.
Amidst the 2025 LLG election, Yalibu Town Authority is working to make sure that public facilities are utilized wisely and the movement of people in and out of town is in order. Town Manager Jonathan Kema said Yalibu is a peaceful place where people from different ethnicities travel to work for and do businesses. Mr. Kema, who initiated the Operation Cleanim Yalibu, was satisfied to say that the town is now clean. He said there has been an increase in the number of securities and cleaners due to influx of people. He added that although the authority encountered financial constraints, they have managed to utilize the funds they have. Mr. Kema added that the authorities will draft up their rules and bylaws to govern the town. He called on the general public to comply and work with the authority to keep Yalibu town clean and safe. Edward Luke, National MTV News, Mount Hagen.
A community in West Cambia area is calling on Tambul Nebilia District Development Authority and the Western Highlands Provincial Government to improve their road infrastructure.
A teacher from West Cambia, Mr. Kunai Pera, took initiative to help villages build makeshift bridges and road infrastructure. Mr. Pera expressed growing concerns on the deteriorating state of roads in their area, which is significantly impacting access to essential services such as healthcare, education, and markets. He stressed on the basic services that the community needs at the moment.
West Cambia are facing a really big heavy in terms of basic service like road, school, health center, plenty or something also. Since independence, 1975, come also today, now 2025, country some few months away and by celebrating independence, 50th anniversary. Me plan online lo West Cambia me plan on being experiencing or looking one bla tangible development also road, bridge, or school infrastructure development. Me plan no got straight till now.
He called on the District Development Authority and the provincial government to step in to help them.
Basic service belong online. Important, so you must consider this like every need na sample worry thinking where you may West Cambia facing long and mepla needing mepla lokam help him na support him long this kind time mepla facing same maybe problem and now mepla face him so me like him Western Islands provincial government long step in him display better where now mepla face him long and
Edward Luke, National MTV News, Mount Hagen.
PNG Teachers Association Highlands presidents have raised urgent concerns regarding the delay in the association's elections, which are critical for the representation of teachers across the country.
Teachers Association Southern Islands President Mr. Chris Kaya said teachers are facing challenges without proper representation. On behalf of the island's presidents, Mr. Kaya highlighted the issue.
The stopping of the election for the PNGTA in the country is a very big setback, in which teachers and the members in the Highlands, 9,000 plus teachers in the Highlands plus the rest of Papua New Guinea believe that the teachers' welfare has been held at ransom. So we are now calling on Mr. Robert Silas to immediately withdraw the case as of this call from the island's president's meeting here we are calling on him to withdraw. He should withdraw the case. That's one. Two, he should come out very clear as to the reason why is continuously obtaining a national court injunction to stop the election. And this is not the first time he's doing. He's been doing it for the past 3 times.
He further called on the Electoral Commissions to do their due diligence by the way of conducting the PNGTA elections.
We are also calling on the Electoral Commission to do your due diligence by way of conducting the election. You should be conducting the election by now. And the results should be put on the public that the leaders, these are the leaders who won the elections through the election process. And we strongly believe that democracy must be respected. Election is a form of democracy. Election is democracy in itself. And if election is not being run the way we expect, then there's something amiss. There's something that needs to be addressed or redressed. So we are calling on the Electoral Commission. You have to come out very clear. Who's going to run the election? Is it the PNGTA General Secretary or is it the Industrial Registrar?
Meanwhile, PNGTA Islands presidents are arguing that urgent elections are essential to restore order and effective leadership in the Teachers Association. Edward Luke, National MTV News, Mount Hagen.
The Department of Works and Highways will work in partnership with the Department of Lands and Physical Planning to address the delays and challenges encountered due to land acquisition issues.
Secretary for Department of Works and Highways, Gibson Olemba, highlighted that land issues are evident when implementing road projects.
Like the road corridor now is increasing, more than 40-meter corridor, especially in development of the national highways. Yes. And so the significance of us in this particular moment is important because the road construction is becoming very expensive, especially in dealing with land. Because most of the road network that we are covering is connecting through customary land, especially in the Connect-PNG program.
Mr. Olemba said that infrastructure development in the road sector remains a key enabler of economic growth and social development in Papua New Guinea.
It's a road that is being built for economic investment. That is why it's called a Connect-PNG Economic Road Development Program. In those road corridors, we have 13 road corridors. Our secretary knows that. We have 13 economic road corridors. And in that corridors, we have potential sites for other development aspects, whether it's special economic zone, agriculture, even urban development like Najab. So that is within the vicinity of the road. So
the major constraints outlined is the complex process of land acquisition when dealing with customary land ownership.
Invest. This particular MOA gives us that opportunity where our 2 teams from both works through the branch of the network planning wing, the social safeguards and the lands branch, survey and lands branch, to coordinate well with our customary land division to look at how we can able to address land matters in those missing link sections. We almost have 20 missing links.
Mr. Olemba added that the MOU aims to strengthen the governance process at the interagency level to resolve land acquisition issues and address individuals that intend to defraud the state. Benson Wema, National MTV News.
National MTV News continues after the break with Rukai Sports. Stay with us.
Chicken kebab saja, ya?
This stuff, right?
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, 1 cube at a time.
Hilton Port Moresby Hotel. Hilton Port Moresby Hotel and Residence. Stay in your house, your home.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
MTV's Vocal Fusion Season 12. Experience another electrifying episode of raw talent, jaw-dropping performances, and unforgettable highlights from day 2 of the auditions. With only 14 golden tickets left, the judges face even tougher decisions as they search for contestants who truly have what it takes. Tune in this Sunday, 8th of June at 7:30 p.m. MTV's Vocal Fusion Season 12. Only on your number one to watch, MTV.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. Despite losing to Fiji Koalas in an international friendly yesterday, PNG women's national team coach Eric Komeng says the team is learning and is focused on preparing for the upcoming Nations Cup.
The PNG women's national team fell short against the Fiji Koalas in a friendly, but coach Eric Komeng remains hopeful. With only a few months before the Nations Cup in Fiji, Coach Komeng yesterday stated what happened would make us readjust in few areas to make us stronger and be a better team. Komeng said they didn't like their game yesterday, but it is part of football. His team will learn and move forward. The women's team now will have some days off and get back to training in preparation for the Nations Cup. Komeng said changes would be made for the team to expect positive results in the upcoming Nations Cup. With 5 weeks left, the team is focused. Rankings may drop, but Komeng believes the girls can improve and make the country proud in Fiji during the Nations Cup. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Share the love with Gala Ice Cream, Gala Cone Ice Creams, Gala Stick Ice Creams, and Gala Classic Tub Ice Creams. Happiness begins with the Gala range of fun flavors which create taste adventures and excitement with every bite. Treat yourself. Share with a friend while chilling. The whole family will enjoy. Everyone has their favorite. Which one is yours? Share the love with Gala Ice Creams. Gala Gala Yum.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Are you tired of standing in those long lines to get your jackpot tickets? Guess what? You never have to with Telecom USSD jackpot ticket purchase. Simply dial *321#, follow the prompts, and you are set for your jackpot draw. It's as easy as 3, 2, 1. Telecom PNG, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Join me on House and Home for all your home and lifestyle improvements.
It's not rocket science. And many of these things too, I didn't go to school, I teach myself.
From Hatok Mom, health and fitness, interest stories, gardening tips, out and about, pet care, and many more. Join me every Tuesday 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, MTV.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennell, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Chuka Sports. Daru Rugby League is now officially affiliated with PNG Rugby Football League. President Cameron Gigiba says the league is expanding and helping keep young people away from trouble.
Daru Rugby League has now joined PNG Football League. President Cameron Gigiba says this is a big change from how the league has operated before. With 14 male teams participating in this season, plans are in place to start a women's division soon, in anticipating for upcoming tournaments and participation in the national level. Last month's rain delayed the games, but with clear weather now, matches will continue. Gigiba says the weekend games draw big crowds and give youth a positive way to spend their time. The league has now reached out to teams in the mainland like Oriomu, Bituri, Mohead, Domori and Suki in the Fly River. Some teams like Domori still play in Wasua under Delta Fly District, but the goal is for all teams to unite under South Fly District. Gigiba says despite the lack of support, Rugby League continues to grow in Daru with strong youth passion. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
And that ends Trukai Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennell, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
Join me every Thursday night as Sportscene brings to you all the local and international sporting updates. Revisiting our legendary athletes.
Hi, this is David.
Highlighting our local sports developments across the nation.
All eyes on Auckland.
Now an NRL team based here.
To create a pathway.
And our talented rising stars.
Hi, my name is Gemma Schnobel and you're watching.
All the younger ones will follow.
Sportscene, Thursday nights at 7 p.m. only on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You may hold him and walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With Money Plus, we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
The Money Plus weather report for the next 24 hours. In the southern region, Port Moresby, partly cloudy, some possible rain showers and thunderstorms. And Popondetta, cloudy periods with few showers.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Tuesday, 3rd of June, 2025. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.